Yo, what up, guys? How you guys doing today? I would just like to thank you so much for dropping by so I can let you guys know what's going down in these gaming streets. So I'm just gonna dive right into it, man. We had a big announcement. Death Stranding is coming to PC Game Pass. Okay, now this is big. Now for the people that have already played it on PS4, PS5, hey, I salute you guys. You know, big shout out to you guys. But we have a certain group, Sony fanboys, you know, Sony ponies out there. They're kind of in an outrage, and they don't like the fact that Kojima kind of backstabbed them, what they would like to call it. He kind of backstabbed them, even though he have his own production company. He's allowed to do whatever he wants to do and work with whoever he would like to work with, and that's pretty much been cleared up. In some I think interviews as well, that he's actually going to partner with Xbox to bring a live, I think like a live stream game or a Game Pass game that he's developing for Xbox Game Pass, especially just for Game Pass. And this was a way to pretty much get his feet wet, because everybody was always kind of like, hey man, I didn't care too much for Metal Gear, I didn't care too much for Death Stranding. That's nor here or there. We understand, we get it's not going to be for everybody, but the fact of the matter is, this was a Sony IP that was made for PlayStation only, and now it's on PC, which is a big deal to a lot of people. Like, oh, you know, MLB was always a Sony IP. That should have let everybody know that now they bought this new company, Nexus or whatever, to port over all of the pretty much bangers, AAA bangers, over to PC. Because you got to think about it, guys. This is a new generation, a new direction. Everything is moving to cloud gaming, cloud service, subscription services. So if you don't get on this train, you're going to get left behind. And that's what Sony is doing. Clearly they're not going to be able to keep up if they don't. They can't produce enough consoles. You have to fight against scalpers. You can't. It's a chip shortage. You can't get enough. They don't even have enough PS5s to even go around to keep up with demand. So of course, the Sony fanboys have to understand, not the Sony fans. The Sony fans are different. They're just casual gamers. They just want a game. That's it. I'm talking about the fanboys, the console wars, the Sony ponies, the guys that can't stand Xbox fanboys. They don't like them. It's going to be a forever going console war, and that's just going to be that. And there's nothing we can do about it. Okay, now this is a Kojima game that they said that Kojima would never bring anything to Xbox or Xbox Game Pass for that matter. A $70 game now that they dropped. They've been standing by this $70 price tag. How long now? Since console release, right? Console release. Now they're gonna put a Sony PlayStation IP game on on PC Game Pass. And these guys are going crazy right now. Okay? On Twitter, you know, on all the blogs and vlogs. It's been getting crazy in these gaming streets. This past couple weeks have been an up and down roller coaster. We've been hearing about blocking rights. PlayStation and Xbox been going at it, like fighting like cats and dogs. Spider-Man being released on PC. Now this Kojima game, Death Stranding, being released. Now this Kojima banger being released on PC is crazy. I never thought I would see this Xbox/PC. I never seen this coming, because Xbox is doing big things and PC is doing big things. Now when Uncle Phil has said that he's all in on Game Pass at the beginning of, I think, the Xbox Series S and X generation, when he was like, man, I'm all in and we got a lot of big things coming, everybody thought they were just talking. Now they're buying up studios left and right. They have games dropping in game. They open the floodgates. Games are just pouring into Game Pass on PC and Xbox Game Pass. PlayStation is still refusing to do day ones. They're refusing to open the floodgates and just flood PlayStation Plus with games. I don't know what's the holdup. I mean, if they're old games already, if they're 2 years, 3 years old, so they say, it probably is about to flatline. It already done made what it's going to make. Because if you have all these diehard fanboys out here, they're going to support the game within that first year, 6 months to a year. And then after that, it's going to kind of start to flatline a little bit. Now, let's move it over to PC. Now, the ratings go back up. The hype around the game goes back up. Like they say, Spider-Man Remastered, the hype has built back up. It's probably going to go on another 6 months to a year. You know, they're going to make pretty much decent money. I mean, they're going to make probably tens of millions of dollars on Spider-Man Remastered on PC. They're going to make... They probably gonna make so much off Death Stranding. I don't know if they have microtransactions. I haven't tried this game yet, but trust me, I will be playing this game. Salute to Kojima. Big shout out to Kojima for making this happen for Game Pass, because this is what I've been wanting to see. I just been wanting to see Xbox and PC compete with Sony, because Sony have been doing them dirty. They have been doing these backdoor deals. They have been being grimy, scheming, low down, it's just irritating how Sony can be sometimes, and you just cannot convince them otherwise. Now Uncle Jim have been making some big moves over there. So now, granted, Uncle Jim over there at Sony have been making some big deals, been trying to make things happen, the right way. But the boss, man, he just doesn't. Sony, they just don't really want to cooperate. They want to stand behind that $70 price tag and gatekeep, lock people into their ecosystem, but don't have a strategy. That's the whole big problem here, guys. Why do you think Death Stranding is coming to PC? You already know Uncle Phil and Uncle Bill had a strategy plan for this console war, this generation. They saying it's not a console war, but the fanboys they're gonna make it continue to be one. Just go to Twitter. If you really don't think it's a console war, go to Twitter. These guys are raging out of control right now. They're losing their mind on blogs and vlogs. They're talking down, they're talking crazy right now. Oh, well, it's an old game. The game isn't it's not all that. But that's not the point that I've been hearing the bloggers and vloggers saying. That's not the point. The point is that it's coming to Game Pass on PC, and Game Pass is their bread and butter. Do they not understand what's going on here? You have to keep up with the Joneses. Sony's not going to keep up. Clearly, they have diehard, Sony fanboys, Sony ponies. They're not going to stop supporting that $70 price tag. Like they're brainwashed. Pretty much when you have been brainwashed all your life, it's hard to get out of that. You're trapped, you're in the cage. You're locked down in your mind, you're mentally challenged. So you're brainwashed into this $70 price tag that you can justify. Oh, they're making high quality bangers, AAA bangers. Okay, cool. Well, you stay over there on that $70 price tag while we're living large over here on Game Pass, getting those day ones, kicking our feet up, eating pizza, living our best life. And that's crazy because you have so many people are rooting for both sides. Like you have people like me. Like, I'm just a gamer. I'm just a casual gamer. I love PC. That's my thing. That's why I salute the PC boys, Xbox and PlayStation. So I'm not gonna say, hey, I hope one does better than the other one. I just want Sony to correct things that I see that they're doing wrong, and they don't care about the fans. And I stand by this, guys. When it comes to money, you are not Sony friend. That's what the fanboys just fail to realize. They can't get it through their thick skull that Sony don't care what you want when it comes to money. Money. When it comes to money, that green Ben Franklin, them Benjamins, you don't mean nothing to them. You will never stand in the way of their money. They are greedy. That's what I stress so bad. Now Death Stranding, this banger, is coming to PC. have so many people in the outrage, guys. It's going crazy. It's blowing up the airwaves right now. It's going crazy. The airwaves are on fire, left and right. They don't know. It's so many people talking about this topic because we never seen Kojima doing a deal like this. So it's like, wow, you know, a Kojima game is coming to Game Pass. Like, they are actually working together, like they said that they were. He's building a game right now as we speak for Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass. And from what they're saying, it's going to be probably like 8 to 10 star game. It's going to be nice. It's going to be a banger, because he said he's going to make it. He's going to give it that Xbox DNA. I think it's going to be multiplayer as well. So he's going to give it that multiplayer Xbox DNA. And you know, once Kojima really focus on something, he is a great game creator, a great director. He knows what he's really doing when he wants to focus on something and not create something. Death Stranding may have not been the top game of all time, but it is a adventure, shooting, fighting type game, you know. And being that Kojima owns his own production company, we may see a lot more deals being made between him and Xbox. I mean, Twitter is on fire right now talking about this topic. They're talking about this topic right now. You know, and Sony had to allow it, because I'm pretty sure Kojima probably went to you know, PlayStation to ask them, hey man, how are y'all allowed to put, you know, Spider-Man on there? I want to do Game Pass. The game already pretty much flatlined. It pretty much made what it was going to make on PlayStation, on PS4 and PlayStation 5. I mean, it's not doing, you know, it's not doing Spider-Man and God of War numbers, Uncharted numbers, Horizon numbers. So why not send it to PC Game Pass? And I know a lot of people don't agree with it because they feel like Sony is just portraying them. Why are you guys sending all of our exclusives over to PC and Xbox? It's like, what are you doing? It's like, this is not fair. Mainly PC. They're really mad at the PC fanboys, and they don't really have anything to do with it. But being that they're caught in the crossfire now, they're going to start targeting. The focus is about to leave Xbox and go to PC, because they're getting all of the exclusives on PC. So that's where their frustration is going towards. And now it's like, when you don't have the upper hand on the other brand, like Sony don't have the upper hand on Xbox anymore. If the PC boys start saying, well, you do know we're kind of brothers, Xbox and PC, so technically y'all really don't have exclusives anymore over there. Big ones, should I say. You probably still have them. What's left that they're gonna port over? They're gonna Ratchet and Clank is probably coming soon. That's probably like the only one, because as of right now, you pretty much, if you sign up for PlayStation Plus Premium and you download the app to your PC, you can pretty much play almost every AAA banger on PS5 right now and PS4 right now as we're speaking, bro. No cap. Miles Morales is on there too, and Ghost of Tsushima. Trust me, I already played them. I think I seen Death Stranding already. These are games, but they're coming to Steam and Epic, so it's a more big audience there. Like, most people don't even know that they can probably go right now to PlayStation and download the PlayStation Plus app and live screen the games. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, 4, and 5 games are on there right now. I would say PlayStation 4 games, but considering everything is pretty much that's on PS4 is on PlayStation 5, so it's not. That was another big deal I always had with PlayStation 5. I really didn't see anything really too much more special about PlayStation 5 except the quality and the graphics. Other than game wise, it was nothing to wow me about a PlayStation 5, because PS4 Pro, the PS4 Pro guys are still like, well, you're kind of still playing the same games that we're playing, and PC are playing them. Not to knock it or nothing like that, but I'm just saying that's how I always felt. It was nothing too much more than that. If you have the technology, like basically if you have the TV, the console, and the right ports to hook up to your console, then you can kind of see the different quality, because you're going to need you pretty much a TV that can run a 2.1 HDMI to get your full native 4K resolution out of it. So if you don't have the true 2.1 ports in the back of your TV, you're still not going to have 100% 4K quality anyways. You're actually cheating yourself out of quality, but they don't tell everybody that. So you kind of want to make sure the next time you upgrade your TV, make sure you have a 2.1 HDMI port in the back and not just a 2.0, I think, something like that. I know it's supposed to have an upgraded port in the back of the TV, so once you plug your HDMI in, you get your automatic full quality. It's better, it's crispier. You will see the difference. You'll see the frame rate and everything will be way more better. But they don't tell people that unless you have, that's why I say it's not a big deal unless you have everything to go with the PS5. That's gonna push it to the limit. And a lot of people don't know that. But back to this Death Stranding game, and this is something that Microsoft fanboys have been waiting so long to compete with Sony PlayStation, man. This is just have been an up and down roller coaster for the past few weeks. It's been like crazy. It's just been either banger after banger being released on PC, or it's been bad news about Sony. So it's like I'm torn between the two. I don't know if Sony's trying to get on Microsoft's good side, or are they using them? I think I'm gonna leave that for another video. I'm gonna leave that topic for another video. Do you guys think Sony is trying to be friends with Microsoft, Xbox, and PC, or are they trying to use them because they need them? They need that Microsoft money. That's what I'm thinking, bro. Because something about this whole porting everything over to PC is just not adding up to me. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it right there. But big shout out to Death Stranding and Kojima Productions. Big shout out to you guys for bringing that over to PC. You guys are the bomb, and you guys are just giving us more and more content, man. Just thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And thank you guys for taking time out with me to check out my video, man, because I really do put a lot into this. But till next time, guys, you already know what to do. Make sure you smash that like, that subscribe button, click that notification bell so you guys can be notified on all of the new latest and greatest news in these gaming streets. Peace. Love you guys.